The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Mateus, looking for options for movement. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And they're quick to press. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Deep cross. Oh, what a climb! Goal, Milan! A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Turns back here, probably the best option. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Milan are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And this is Bergkamp. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Del Piero! He scores! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that really is so impressive. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Van de Ven. Looking for a runner. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Donadoni has found the net here, of course. Great vision. Oh, good take in a good area. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And this is Berbatov. And he's quick to get it clear again. Tonali. Quality ball. Passes short and sharp. Lovely feet. Referee has just said play on. Oh, they can break here. Nicely shaped ball. And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
That memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the Stadium Hall. Substitution in progress.
Second period then underway. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's a throw. Now it's Del Piero. Donadoni. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zanetti.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's had it taken off him. It's going to be another throw. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Del Piero. Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Can he get on the end of this? Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vinicius Junior. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's a super give and go. Just about up to 75 minutes. Wits!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And he cuts out the supply. Tonali into the last 5 minutes. Howson is the team's great visionary. Lovely ball. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
substitution on the field. Number 5, Franz Beckenbauer. Number 9, Matthäus. Number
So,
21,
time for changes on
Jamal.
both sides, actually.
Coming on the field,
Milan
number
take what
2,
looks to be a decisive lead.
Number
There's still a bit
7,
left in it, Peter,
Schneider.
but they should find the
Number
necessary
17,
to avoid a slip-up
Mohamed
now.
Salah. Substitutions
And
taking
there's his
place.
chance to lead the counter. And that's that. Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Milan leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Howson, this guy undoubtedly the centre of attention here for more reasons than just one. This is his 300th game.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need to look around to see not just how much it means to him, but everyone that's here and beyond. This is a huge moment.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Messi. Hullet. Bergkamp. Tonali looking for a runner. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Lahm. Looking for options for movement. Bergkamp. He's gone forward. Baresi spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That'll be a throw-in. Ah, good steal. He just read it.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And he's managed to get free. That is a crunching tackle. Germany with the corner. They're first.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's the throw. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, can he get onto this? And here's Shevchenko. Oh, that's a key interception. Baresi. Mateus. Out towards the flank. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Germany couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got away. That's very neat. Nice chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So, off we go once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Baresi gets it away. Donatoni. Milan looking to pass their way through. Shapes the shoots! Sensational from Bergkamp!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have our breakthrough. And he shoots! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
After 57
We knew what
minutes,
was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Oh, what has happened here? Bergkamp. And smartly reclaimed. Germany appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Elects to cross.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Now he's got space here. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Tonali. Donatoni. Milan finding their passes. Great vision. And this is Bergkamp. Bergkamp! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the... Shot a goal! Goal! Germany! And the comeback is complete. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Germany are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Germany take the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
He has found the way through. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
Germany clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And this is Bergkamp. Now that looks a decent ball.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Threads one in. Messi looking to run onto it. And that's it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
And this is Eto'o. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's heaved it away. Bergkamp charging forward, the ball at his feet. Rijkaard. Gerrard. Chiellini. Quarter of an hour played. Rummenigge. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And a few accusing looks coming his way. Still goalless. Milan looking to pass their way through. Can he get it through? Oh, that's superb. Great chance! He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Not the most accurate pass. Bergkamp. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Now, can they get him away? That is good alertness. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Rijkaard. He won't be happy with that one.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bergkamp. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge, given the lift of his goal. Now it's De Bruyne. Chips it through. Oh, super ball. Shapes to shoot! It's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And there's the end of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Number 9, Berbatov.
And we're off again.
Bergkamp.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
He's picked his way through. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for a runner. Oh, delightful ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's Neymar. Time and again they are repelled. Rummenigge. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that has been clubbed away. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. There's the shot! Oh, that's fabulous! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
It's a pretty loose pass. It's a throw-in. Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. Eto'o. He is through here. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nicely weighted ball. And this is Eto'o. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Rummenigge. And a shot! They've done it! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
2 added minutes have
2
been
goals on the
indicated.
day, and he may not yet be done. 2 up and very little. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not
And now,
today.
I'd just like to read out our fan club members.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
And he shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Tonali. Now it's Haaland. Chance here to counter. Great ball if he can get there. Ball quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Great defending, strong and determined. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, sweet feet. And a shot! They just took too long getting forward.
Berbatov cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break and a big chance wasted.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Out of play for a throw. Ball's out once more. And he lines up. He rises! Goal! Milan! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And he's forced to go back. Tries to play it through, and he's picked it up out wide. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Took a touch off the defender, and that can happen.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
It's Vieri! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's going to be another one. Corner number 2 then. Terrific header! Decent enough try. So, third corner of the game. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Well, that is one way to stop him. Driving forward. Showing good feet. Back when it goes. And that should get the job done. Roberto Carlos. Always onto this. And the shot! He has done it! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Pete.
And we've reached half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Milan are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
Substitution for Milan. Number 5, Bergkamp. Coming on the field is...
And the second half gets underway. Berbatov. And it's made its way to him. He's found a way through. Knocks it out wide. Looks to the other side. Oh, shooting chance! A probing pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. And he thumps it clear. And that's been won straight back. Tries to pass it through. And that could set him on his way. And that is as far as they're going to go. Xabi Alonso cuts out the pass. And it's Wirtz. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Cleared without complication. Milan have reclaimed it. He's on it. Can he get it? Wirtz! A real chance and a real let-off.
Wirtz clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Oh, well measured. He has a look up. Tonali unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Wirtz receives it in a wide position. And that has been cut short.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
This looks promising.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Wirtz. That's been slipped through. I think we're just about done here. Now it's Haaland. And this is Vieri. It's Vieri! That is decidedly lacking. It's a really well-measured ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now that looks a decent ball, and he welcomes it in. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. In for the pieces! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. He has spurned it.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of...
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Berbatov taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Milan.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Berbatov. The ball has bounced loose now. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got away, and he whips it in. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Great vision. Can he latch on to this? Out of play for a throw. Now Now it's Son Heung-min. Now, can they get him away? He can run onto that. He has found the way through. Shot a goal! Goal! Ajax! And Ajax take the lead. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Bergkamp. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, well played, well played. Bergkamp is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Goes for a shot! Ajax trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Son Heung-min, he's found a way through.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Tonali can see things others simply cannot. Now that's well seen too. Raul. And this is shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Substitutions taking place.
Here we go again then.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow.
There's the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Out again for a throw-in. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And we have our very first corner. Cannavaro is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that is a little undercooked.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Son Heung-min. And he thumps it clear. And they're back on the ball again. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
He's shifting through the gears here. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Knocks it into space. Deftly away.
Milan really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Bergkamp.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And he's lost his man here. That is a crunching tackle. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Xavi Alonso cuts out the pass. Ambitious ball here. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Khan. Howson cuts it out. And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. A According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Owen is in a really good position out wide. The ball has bounced loose now. Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And he's there to retrieve it. Donatoni.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Berbatov! Goal! Milan! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Stojkovic.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's had a shot! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Big chance! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence, and the agility wasn't too far off either.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Chiellini. Van de Ven. Xavi Alonso tries to play it through. Shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
There's the whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Milan are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
Substitution in progress.
So off we go once more. That's an imaginative pass. Spread neatly. In with the challenge. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Aimed beyond the defence. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, played right into his path. It's Neymar! Now that is commitment to the cause. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Chance! Just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. Howson. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Berbatov. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Azar. Kagawa. Azar. And it's Kagawa. Azar. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that has been clubbed away. That's a shade optimistic. Odo is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Stojkovic. Now this could be... And the shot! And that could have brought them level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Oh, it's hit the post.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end. Costa Curta calmly anticipates.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Berbatov picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
A good show, Peter. A good show of character, a good show of resilience. This is a team that was never going to be intimidated by the crowd and their opposition, and it was thoroughly professional.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Batistuta. Robson. Neymar. Howson gets a foot in here. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Neymar.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now, can they get him away? He's picked his way through. Chiellini does well to stand firm and defend it.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Driving forward. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
No, that's overhit. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Matheus Cunha is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. He is through here. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short, and this is Neymar. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's on it, can he get away?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So your views on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. That's a lovely, neat pass. Robson.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, that has not gone well. Cannavaro. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Out towards the flank. Chiellini. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Great defending, strong and determined. Neymar caresses it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Elects to cross.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
In again. Bullish header! And he hits the net. And finally, he has breathed life into the game. Oh, lovely header, but really, it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
And they've got rid. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Howson makes the interception. Half an hour gone in the second half. Threads one in. He won't be happy with that one. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's got away.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Very much into the last knockings.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Guti. Now he's got space here. That's good vision. Oh, that's a key interception. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Berbatov voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. Xavi Alonso making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already made it up to 300 appearances. Oh, what a climb! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Quality ball. Harrison cuts out the pass. Could move up a gear here. Strong running down that left flank. Now it's Tonali. So just one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Chiellini. Now it's Neymar. That ball looks a good one. Oh, that was vital. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Almost half an hour in now. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a throw. Looking to play him in. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Robertson with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Oh, what a mistake! Looking to go deep. He's got tall! They've done it! They are right back in business!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily...
And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Is now on sale in the Stadium Hall.
The second half then, just getting going. That's headed upfield. Nicked it back promptly. It's a searching pass. Looking for options for... Oh, shooting chance! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And the keeper's given it away. Berbatov! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
And here's Dembele. That's a good ball out wide. Neymar has it in a wide position. And he's there to belt it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Olise. Donatoni. Howson. Oh, easy pickings there. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Plays a sharp little ball here. Nicely aimed pass. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. Look at the chance, surely! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Rummenigge. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And this is Dembele. Deftly away. Antonetti. Olise. Xabi Alonso did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Howson. Threads one in. And he's intervened well there.
Milan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Zanetti. No, it's come to nothing. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Olise. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And there goes the final whistle. Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.